Hi everyone, this is Federico, and this is my second video for the sleep apnea project. So the title of this project is IoT application to treat the sleep apnea problem. Earlier in the first video, I'm talking about the project overview and a little bit of the progress that I've done so far. And in this video, I'm going to explain in more details about the overview on the first video. So the goal of this project is to build an Android application that is connected wirelessly to sensors in order to treat the sleep apnea problems. So the sensor that we are going to use is the MetaWare sensor that has lots of features in order to support our application. Like for example temperature, heart rate, light intensity, and many more. So the reason I chose Android over the iOS application is because I'm very familiar with Java programming and I have a little bit of experience developing the Android application before. Also, the fonts that I have right now is Android. So moving on to objectives, just a quick overview over this. Our objective is to let the users know what has happened during their sleep, and based on this data, we need to inform the users about the problem they might have. For example, we can inform them about the sleep apnea that they might have. Second objective, after we know what the user's problem is, we solve this problem by adjusting, recommending, or changing something. Like for example temperature, light, or sleep position. So there's a bit of update in this video. I have decided to not write the program in a MATLAB, and the Android app is now a priority. Because an Android app is our main goal, and the users will find it very useful when we integrate this app inside their phones. So in order to develop this Android application, we need to use two references. First is the Ambient Lab documentation, and the second one is Android program tutorials that we can find online. So for the first resource, we can find from the website here, the Ambient Lab website. We can read the tutorials here for the Android application. And they say we need to download the Android SDK and the Android Studio application in order to develop this Android. So I've downloaded the Android Studio long time ago because I've tried some simple application by following some tutorials online and from a book. This is one of the applications that I have developed before. This is just a simple application showing the menu of the cafe with a database that is integrated into it. So this is just to show that I have some basic in order to build more complex application in the future, like this sleep apnea application. So if you go to YouTube and search for the Android programming Ambient Lab, you can find the official channel of them, the Ambient Lab, and click on it. So to my mind, this video tutorial
The code changes we make in this video are available in a gist, link in the description.
Rather than the text-based tutorial. So I think I will mostly stick to this kind of tutorial rather than the text-based tutorials. Now we are moving to the next one. I want to talk about the GitHub. So Ambient Lab MetaWare use a lot of GitHub page in order to store their code. So I think I'll have to create a new account on GitHub in order to clone the code from the Ambient Lab. And this is one of the example of the code from the admin lab that I can follow, modify a little bit, and start thinking how I can use their functionalities in order to meet my requirements. So the next thing that I want to talk about is my current idea. So my current idea right now is to build the personal assistant app that can tell the users what they shouldn't do. For example, in this case, the app will tell the users to change the sleep position if it's wrong. So in this scenario, the Android application that we're talking about can turn into the habit-based application that might treat the sleep apnea problem. So basically, the personal assistant will keep telling the users to do something good in order to treat their problems. So this will eventually turn their bad habit for sleep apnea into a good habit. I believe this idea will work very well because what I believe since a long time ago, 80% of the humans' attitude are shaped from the environment, then goes to peer pressure, goes to habit, and eventually becomes their attitude. And I believe only 20% of the people survive from this kind of chain, social chain. I'm also taking a quote from Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Also, we're not going to build a very complex personal assistant app for this problem, like Cortana or Siri, for example. Of course, it won't be possible within just 6 months for us to build that. What we want to build is the simple application of personal assistant that can solve this problem, the sleep apnea problem. So the implementation is that we will output the sound of someone to inform the user of what they should do or what they shouldn't do. So the next task I should do is to start coding the app on Android Studio, create a new GitHub account, and research more on things people should do when they are suffering from sleep apnea. So this is the end of my video, and thanks for watching.